All right. Welcome, beautiful people. All right. This is a quick little video to review and go over the 6 rotations of the spine. And the 6 rotations of the spine are like the basics of yoga, the very foundation, the bread and butter, the like go-tos. Like if you did nothing but the 6 rotations of the spine every day, that would be a boon. It would be a great win. It would help you with your posture. It would help you with your breathing. It would help you with your digestion. Like it's just the best. So we're going to go over them today. We'll give you a few different options. We'll do both seated and then standing. So you can just feel out what feels right in your body. So those times where you're at work and you've been hunched over at a computer, and you're sore, then you like have something that you can do either while you're sitting in your chair at your desk, or if you're like standing up and walking around, like you can do it like as you're moving, like walking to the bathroom, taking a quick like jaunt on a work lunch break. So, and I gave the example of, tickety, tickety, tick at the computer, but also like if you're in the car a lot, if you've been watching TV, just like in general, great movements to give you more flexibility, more range of motion, and just live your best life. Boom. That's what we're here for. Okay. So on that happy note, coming to a comfortable seated position, sitting up nice and tall through the crown of the head here, palms rotated up, super duper cozy here, feeling those sits bones, the bony part of your butt, really connecting strong to the earth. And inhale to lift and lengthen, extending tall through the crown. Taking just a moment here to make sure that your head is over your heart is over your center. And when I say that, what I mean is that oftentimes as human beings, we have a tendency for our nose to be a few inches ahead. We're constantly trying to get to the next thing. So just boop, make sure that it's all one line from the top, crown of the head all the way to the sits bones here. And if you find your shoulders rounding, you're not able to find what that feels like in your body, probably because you spend a lot of time in the car, in front of the TV or at a computer. Actually just scooch right on up to a wall. Okay. So you bring the tush up to the wall, the shoulders to the wall, and the back of the head to the wall. And then that will bring you in your proper alignment so you can feel it in your body as a guide marker until you're able to come into this successfully on your own. So wherever you are, sitting up nice and tall, taking big, deep breaths into the nose, out through the nose, and allow those eyes to soften and close. And just take a moment here to take 3 intentional breaths into the nose and out through the nose. Using that exhale to soften the brow line, unhinge the jaw, and let the shoulders melt down the back body. When you're ready here, allow the eyelids to flutter open and bring one palm all the way to the earth and inhale, lift the other arm up and overhead. So when I do this, notice that both of my thighs are staying firmly engaged to the earth here. So if you're reaching over, but you notice that this leg is coming up, then come back to wherever you can be in this pose with the thighs firmly connected, and that this stretch is from the hip up through the side body here. Always an option to keep that hand on the hips. It's about what feels right for you. So you're doing this and you're like, oh, sweet Lord, Kayla, what are you doing to me? Just bring that hand on back. There's no need to stress yourself out, push it farther than you need to. And then pull that top shoulder back, opening up that heart space and gaze up towards the sky. Pausing here for 4 breaths. And choosing where you'd like that arm to be, breathing deep. Fully embodying and imbuing this moment in this side stretch. Phase 1 of the 6 rotations of the spine. Inhale brings you all the way up through to center. And exhale the journey onto the other side. Now, just because you did something on that first side doesn't mean it's going to be right on this other side. So take the time to explore and honor the two sides of your body. Decide if you need that hand on the hip or if you want it lifted out and over the ear. And then pull that shoulder back, lift the gaze up, and turn up the quarter edges of the mouth in a little yogi smile here. Keeping that strong connection to the breath in through the nose and out through the nose. Inhale to lift and return all the way back through to center. And then we're going to exhale, come into a twist. So we've just done 2 of the rotations of the spine. We did this side and this side. Now we're going to twist both sides. So take a big deep breath in through the nose. Exhale to twist. So you're staying in your total alignment here. So from the sits bones to the crown of the head, that's going to stay the same. You're just twisting here, not leaning side to side at all. Hand comes to find the outer edge of that leg. The other hand has floated back and behind you and is pressing into the earth right behind the sits bones, almost like a kickstand on a bike to keep you propped up nice and tall. And then last but not least, turn and look out past that back shoulder. Now, any pain, pinching, numbness, tingling, that is all your body asking you to kindly come out of that twist a little bit. The goal of yoga here is to find the edge where you can feel your pose everywhere and nowhere at the same time. Nothing's in pain. Nothing feels acute. You might like really feel it, but it should never, ever hurt. Hurting is where injury happens. Inhale to come all the way back through to center. Phase 3 complete. Exhale to the other side. So other hand floats to the outer edge of that opposite knee. Now, other hand is pressing back behind you, helping you lift and lengthen. Shoulders are softened down the back body, and then exhale to turn and look out past that back shoulder. Each inhale here is an opportunity to lift and lengthen through the crown. Each exhale, an opportunity to see if you can twist a little bit further, acknowledging that even a millimeter is a step on your journey and worthy of celebration and honoring. And if you try it and it doesn't feel right for you, you always, always, always have permission. Hopefully you have your own permission, but you'll also have my permission to come out of anything at any time if it doesn't feel right to you. Inhale to come all the way through to center. And now we're going to roll forward onto hands and knees. All right. Knees are stacked under hips. Hands are stacked under shoulders here. Gaze flat on the earth in front of you. Nice flat back, as if like a small child could have a tea party on your back. I like to use that analogy just because I have small children that like tea parties a lot. All right, tuck that belly button up and in. So now you're in tabletop. This is a foundational yoga pose. From here, inhale, tilt the pelvis, drop the belly, open the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, round the spine, tuck that belly button up and in, chin to chest, crown of the head drops towards the earth. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. One more time. Inhale to open. Exhale to round. And then bring the knees together, bring the toes together, melt the hips back and down and sink into a child's pose. If you find that your forehead doesn't reach all the way to the earth here, try opening up the knees to be the width edge of the mat and bring the forehead to the earth now. Pause here for 4 breaths. In through the nose and out through the nose. On your next inhale, bring your awareness back to your body, back to the space. Slide the hands under the shoulders and press all your way up to a seated position. From here, come back into that tabletop position one more time. Big breath in, extend the right leg straight out, back and behind. Exhale, bend the knees, step that foot all the way up and through between your hands. And then bring that back foot up to meet the front foot, however that looks for you, coming into a forward fold. Inhale to slowly roll on up to a standing position. And we're going to do all those same 6 rotations of the spine, but standing now. Bring the feet hip width distance apart, so slight micro bend in the knees. Feet right under where the hips are, standing up tall, lifting through the crown while connecting to the core. Softening the shoulders down the back body. Standing tall, mountain pose here. Hands extended out either side. Inhale, lift the hands all the way overhead till the palms touch. Interlace the fingers so just the pointer finger is extending out right now. Steeple grip. Big breath in here and exhale. The hands go to one side, the hips go to the other. Same gesture, pull that top shoulder back, lift the gaze up. Pause for a few breaths. Acknowledging that the stretch is a bit deeper when you're standing, right? So there's a reason why we did those seated ones first. Inhale to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale all the way back up to center. Exhale to slide the hands to heart center. Take some space in between the feet. So now the feet are underneath the shoulders, okay? Let those arms go loosey-goosey like wet noodles, all right? And then begin to gently turn side to side. So here, every time we turn, we're getting that spinal rotation, 3 and 4, like we did seated before. And you can begin to go a little bit faster, a little bit faster. So the hands, oh, I gotta step forward, I'm hitting the wall. You can get those hands all the way up and over the shoulder. You can even bend that knee, turning into the direction you're turning to give you a bit more speed, a bit more whomp as the hands hit the body. Side to side. Oh, beautiful. And then start to slow it down. Coming all the way back to center. You can stay as they are. Inhale, lift the hands to shoulders. We're going to do a standing last spinal rotation, 5 and 6 here. This you could also do seated with the hands on the shoulders. If you're not able to go into that tabletop cat-cow variation like we did before, you could do this same option sitting in a chair. So hands to shoulders. I'm actually just going to turn so you can see what my spine is doing here. As I inhale, open the heart, lift the gaze, lean back. Exhale, round the spine. Bring those elbows to touch towards the belly button, chin to chest. Inhale to open up wide, pulling those elbows back. Exhale to round, come forward. 2 more times here, following your own breath, your own divine timing. Inhale to slowly rise all the way back to center, returning to that mountain pose, feet hip width distance apart, hands activated, extended out at either side, shoulders soften, gaze straight ahead. Inhale to lift, bring the hands all the way up overhead till the palms touch. And then exhale, dive all the way back down to the earth, bringing the palms firmly to the earth, bending the knees if you need to. Inhale, take a step back with the left leg, drop the knee down. Take a step back with the right leg, drop the knee down, and then come to sit in a comfortable seated position. So if that's with a prop underneath you or not. Once again, finding that length through the spine. Inhale to bring the hands to heart center. We will close this practice with one sweet Om. Inhale to take a big deep breath in. And exhale. Om. My wish for you on this day and every day that follows is peace of body, peace of heart, and peace of mind. Namaste, my friend, and we will catch you next time. Take care. Bye.